The year is 60 AD and it's the reign of the Roman Emperor Nero. Nero has been worried this last year, and rightfully so, as he's had many plots against him to overthrow his empire. The emperor paces up and down as he ponders a solution to his problem and a way to permanently remain the emperor of Rome. During this time in Rome, assassinations and coups were all too common. He's soon interrupted as a man named Piso enters the courtroom and turns to greet him. Piso is a friendly face around the court, as he was a wealthy and influential member of Roman society who had political connections and ambitions. The two wander through the courtyard as they discuss politics, wars, and current affairs. Conversations like these were common in ancient times, and especially in the Roman Empire due to its advanced civilization not just in government but also in military, warfare, and beyond that. As was with many friendships in Rome, these were not meant to last. Nero soon discovers that Piso is forming a plot not only to assassinate him but also to overthrow the entire Roman government. In a fit of rage and trying to make an example out of him for all future would-be conspirators, Piso is sentenced to death by boiling. Boiling was one of the worst methods of execution at this point in Roman times and was reserved for whom was deemed the worst of the worst. It's terrifying for Piso as his execution day arrives and he watches on as a large pot of water is boiled. The liquid is first heated to a high temperature and then continues to be maintained at a boil. Piso watches on as he knows that his time draws near and relishes his last remaining minutes. It was common for the doomed to have to watch on as preparations for their death were done, as this created an anticipation and was downright terrifying. The time has finally arrived and he's brought out to the execution room and covered in oil. He's then lifted above the boiling cauldron and slowly lowered into it using a system of pulleys and ropes. His cries and screams can be heard miles away as the extreme heat starts to cause third-degree burns, cooking away at his flesh and eventually cooking his internal organs. Piso goes through this pain for several hours as everyone watches on before finally dying as his body gives out. This brutal form of execution serves a purpose for Nero, who reminds all his enemies that he is not to be messed with. Such forms of torture were often done for that sole purpose and stood as a good reminder of the might and power of those in charge. What do you think of being boiled alive? Tell us in the comments below.